Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a warm welcome if you're new, honey. Today we have some unfortunate news. It looks like Johnathan Joss, the guy who is the voice actor for John Redcorn, was shot and killed on his own property. And his husband is now claiming that homophobia is what fueled this shooting. So if you're ready to get into this story, just stay tuned. Johnathan Joss was reportedly killed by a gunman on his own property, and now Joss's husband has released a statement on social media detailing the deadly event and leveling an accusation of homophobia against a neighbor that Joss reportedly had an ongoing dispute with for years. Joss's husband, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez, posted on Joss's Facebook page earlier today and explained how his husband was tragically shot and killed in front of him, and just soaking in that moment from looking at their burned down home in San Antonio to this unfortunate situation with his husband. And all of this went down in San Antonio on Sunday night. Now, these are the two statements being made from Tristan Kern de Gonzalez. You can pause to read because this is a lot. You done? Okay, great. Let's move on. Gonzalez stated that him and Johnathan went to his old home to grab some mail, and part of that mail included a check that was related to the house fire that happened. So if you don't know, it's being said that Joss's home burned down after he used a barbecue pit to heat it, which is crazy. And of course, after this, the city allegedly shut off his power when they officially deemed the home as unsafe and uninhabitable. And I want y'all to take a look at this house. So come on, let's look at it.
The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Now, I do not own the rights to this, but honestly, the roof is on fire. Happy New Year, everybody. You can't beat them, burn them out.
Yeah, so I have no idea how they were able to stay in there even for like a few hours after it started to look like this, because that's just insane. But speaking of this fire, Gonzalez is saying that he believes something suspicious happened with this fire. He says no, he doesn't think it's because they were heating up their house with a barbecue pit. He specifically says that home was burned down after 2 years of threats from people in the area who repeatedly told us that they would set it on fire. We reported these threats to law enforcement multiple times and nothing was done. Tristan continues on to say that him and his husband were the targets of regular harassment that was, and I quote, openly homophobic. And when Gonzalez was explaining everything that happened, he mentioned how they found one of the skulls of one of their dogs that passed away in the fire, and that ended up triggering their grief. And he says that they began yelling and crying, and that's when a man started yelling violent homophobic slurs at them, shows up, raises a gun from his lap, and fires. Gonzalez went on to say that neither him or Joss were armed, and he says that Johnathan even pushed him out of the way of the gunfire, saving Tristan's life, unfortunately at the expense of Jonathan's. He was murdered by someone who could not stand the sight of two men loving each other, Gonzalez writes. He said he was with Joss when he passed. Sigfredo Alvarez Ceja was arrested on a murder charge and was held in custody on a $200K bond. So this whole situation is crazy, and I will say this. I don't think it's right to be homophobic. You should let people do what they want to do with their lives. The only thing I want to mention is that I'm not sure that this fire was started by someone who didn't want to see you guys flourish simply because you guys were heating up your house with a barbecue pit. So I think that may have been a fire hazard. And, hey, I wasn't there. I'm not sure, but I would say that that could be a strong possibility. But I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. So if you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time I post. And in the meantime, y'all be careful out here because this world is crazy. Like, you're not even safe on your own property anymore, apparently. So, yeah. And if you can, stay armed. Yeah, I said it. Okay, love you. Bye.